Angie with Flip Flop Your Life, and this is episode 4 with one of my best friends and soulmates, Malena Miller. And gosh, we've known each other for what now? Is it 3.5 years?
I think
something like that. Not very long. And we'll talk about how we got to know each other and everything. But I thought that you would be a very, very interesting guest. I think interesting for everybody. So, and we'll, she is. She has a very interesting background that is a major flip, more of a major flip than what most people have ever gone through and will ever go through. And I think it's interesting, especially if you're from Ohio and around here. We have a lot of Amish people around here, and everybody around here goes to Amish country. It's a big thing. So obviously now you know. Malena used to be Amish, yeah. So she's made a huge flip flop. But then herself and her husband are also entrepreneurs. So, which I can't say that word, so excuse me.
Why not?
Entrepreneurs. I can't say it right. I'm always awful at saying that word. Blake makes fun of me all the time.
Yeah, it is a hard word to say.
But gosh, he's had his own business a lot. So we'll get into that. But I think there's a lot to your guys' stories that a lot of people would really find interesting, because I did.
Yeah.
I did. So why don't you tell us about yourself now, personally and professionally, married, kids, all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so we are originally from this area, Ohio. Mm-hmm. But we moved to South Carolina in February, which everybody asks why we did that, and I'm not sure. It just happened.
How long have you been married?
Oh, we have been married for...
Oh! I put her on the spot!
Oh, 14 years.
You're so much like me, because I would not be able to do that either.
My mind went blank.
A lot of long, glorious years, right?
Yes. We stuck it out.
And how many kids?
Good. 2, Wyatt and Michaela, 12 and 8.
Awesome. And you moved to the Carolinas, why?
Oh, that's where I was at. Because we always, oh my word, the doors just open to go with like work, and we always kind of felt like we were gonna go somewhere else, experience life somewhere else out of this area, even though we liked it here. It was because we lived in Montana in 2009, and when we came back from there, we never really felt settled here. We kind of felt like,
I didn't know you came from Montana too.
Yeah, we lived in Montana for I
don't think we ever really
about
talked
a year.
About that.
Yeah. So,
but is that where one of your sisters is right now?
She's in Idaho.
Oh, okay. Well,
yep.
Out west.
So we just, I don't know. It was like just this knowing feeling that we're not going to stay in this area forever.
So the opportunity
came up, and the doors just kept opening, and so
that's good. Your kids
are really well,
and your kids are young enough that you can take advantage of that.
Yeah, that's what we were like. Well, we're at that stage of life. It's like either now or never. Yeah.
Well, your past being Amish, it's unique in most. It's unique definitely to most people.
Yeah.
And like I said, I would imagine leaving would be your first major flip flop. I mean, that's a major life changing flip flop. Can you tell people what it was like growing up Amish, and what was it like then leaving the community?
Well, it was definitely majorly out of our comfort zone to stay there, because like that felt normal, you know. And like we love to, like I like to be around the Amish. Like we just do everything.
What was it like being Amish?
I don't know.
What's it different?
It's definitely culturally different. Like we were at home a lot on the farm. We worked on the farm. We'd go riding like on our horses, like on the farm property. We really didn't do anything outside our community a whole lot, honestly. Like,
how big was your community?
There was, I don't know, within, I think it was like a 9-mile span. That was our closest, or our farthest, like, people from our church that would go to the Amish church. It was 9 miles away, and we'd bike there sometimes for church Sunday morning.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it was just more like very kick back, like as far as there was no technology, like no radios, even though we would kind of sneak our way. Yeah, we'd find out ways to get radio, but no
I figured that.
television. No television. Use the horse and buggy everywhere we went, pretty
Yeah.
much, or a tractor. I drove a tractor for the first time when I was 9 years old.
Did you really?
We drove everywhere around our property and stuff. So
And how many siblings you have? You have a
there's
lot.
10. There's 10 of us, yeah. And so it was very like country life. My dad was an entrepreneur his whole life.
Was he really?
Pretty much his whole life. I think he had a job. Yeah.
So what did he do?
He did farming, and I would do I helped with the milking, and all of our siblings. Like we worked very hard on the farm.
But simple.
Very
simple life.
simple. Very, very simple.
Was that the hardest thing to overcome when you guys left? One of the things?
I think the hardest thing still is the whole, honestly, like kind of insecurity, or like feeling like you're different, or like almost like low self-esteem type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's.
Do other people make you feel that way, or do people?
Well, it was very discouraged to think much of yourself. Like, I mean, it was
when you were
very
in the community.
You humbleness was like a big deal.
Yeah. I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah. So, but
And
it
I
was,
remember how many
but it
times I
kinda
had to
really,
smack you.
Yeah. But like to really, believe in, like, to learn to like, it's okay. I mean, it was a lot of self-focus. So like it wasn't really. I don't know. I think that was the biggest hurdle, and I feel like I'm losing my voice.
No, that's good.
But no, it's just, yeah. I think the whole like having confidence in that and believing in yourself was about the biggest thing for me personally. I'm trying to think. There might be something else. That
Now,
I'm
with
just not
your
thinking.
with your dad having had his own business, do you think that's why you and Roy have gone the way you've gone with starting your own businesses?
Yeah, I definitely was raised to think like that, to have your own business. And,
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
So that's a big deal to me. I'm like, yeah.
Well, I think that's a huge inspiration, especially coming from being in the Amish community and then leaving, because then isn't it once you leave, you don't have contact with them very much?
Yeah, that was another big thing is like, I mean, everybody we knew, and I was 18 years old when we left. So like up to then, like everybody we hung out with, everybody we did stuff with, out of our life, pretty much.
Pretty much your family, you were by yourselves because you don't know anybody.
Yeah.
You're coming from a community and a way of life to all of a sudden,
boom,
our way of life.
Yeah. So clothing, it was kind of exciting because all of a sudden we were like, and I left at the same time my mom and dad, which went Mennonite, so that was just like we kind of slowly eased in to where we're at now, like where we are now. But so like when we started being allowed because we weren't allowed to do stuff. So when it was also like you had the freedom to like get your permit and get a license, and then like wear not
wear
all
shorts
just,
and stuff like that.
Not just homemade clothes and like all that. That was exciting. So like it made it kind of more pot. And I always kind of knew. I always knew I wasn't going to stay Amish my whole life. Like it was just I didn't like the whole thing. And when we go out, everybody would stare, kind of, and you were just like you knew you were different. So that's why I like to just kind of be with our people, because that's when we were just normal and we were ourselves. We were just like everybody else, really, but we were just as crazy as
as everybody else. You're not really that much different.
Yeah.
Well,
so but we felt different when we went out and about, like to town or wherever. But
I could see that. I could see where people were.
So that was but it was. I definitely don't there's not. The lifestyle was cool, and I'm glad I was raised that way. Yeah. So I don't resent it or
I think it's helped you.
Yeah.
If anything.
Yeah.
I think it.
That's what I've learned, to embrace it instead of be ashamed of it or like to kind of think like
No.
it's
No,
a
you
negative. It's not.
I don't.
So,
I don't think so
it
either. And I
really
think that's what
taught
people
us-
need to know.
yeah, it taught us like good work habit and just to enjoy like the little things in life and
Well, your
like, we
guys'
had-
determination on stuff
yeah.
that's an inspiration. It
Yeah.
really is. It's very, very inspiring. And why don't you tell them? I mean, you've started a jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
You started a jewelry site. It was probably, it's not quite a year. Would
No.
it be a year
No, it's not
this
a
fall?
year. I think it's September. Yeah, September.
She does jewelry. Her husband is a contractor.
Yeah. Well, he's a foreman, but he's starting his own
He's starting his own business. Really
which is
cool
just in the beginning
stuff.
stages. Yeah.
And it is
Epoxy Creations.
Epoxy
Yeah.
Creations, and
So that's exciting.
I'll share information on that later when it's
Yes.
ready to go.
Yeah, he's in
But
the early baby stages.
tell everybody though about what I love is I love the whole idea of your jewelry store and your how you got started and who your helpers are and stuff.
Well,
That's
you
what I
are a
love.
big
I love-
helper.
Well,
I will
yes,
tell
I
you
did.
that. And
All right.
my kids, that was a big. That's what I love most about it is the flexibility. I can be with my kids and like they've helped me make jewelry and so
That's
yeah,
what I
it's
love. She would
fun.
send me pictures
Yeah.
of what the
And
kids
it's-
had helped with, and
Yeah.
that's so much fun.
Yeah.
But isn't it fun to work with your family?
Yeah,
It
and to see them create and they make their own, like they have their own designs that they make and stuff. So.
Now you've had stores pick up your stuff and are
Mhm.
selling it too.
Yeah, boutiques,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's exciting. And I want to, now that we just moved to South Carolina, I want to get into more boutiques down there.
Oh, I
just
think
haven't-
I think you definitely could.
Yeah.
Especially with that kick-ass logo.
Yeah,
That
she
somebody designed.
No, I seriously, you've helped me so much. I would have not ever. Yeah, you helped me.
It was my pleasure.
You helped me more than I ever expected that anybody would help me.
Now,
So, yeah.
another part that I think that I've been around is you've like flip-flopped your health
Yes.
and tell
CrossFit,
them.
baby.
Yes, CrossFit.
Yes, and just eating. I mean, just watching. I mean, that's my biggest. The hardest thing is to eat right, but just watching. Not making it like a huge deal, but like watching my portions and trying to eat real food.
Now, do you do it? I do that, and I do it based on what I know the workout's going to be the next day.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Try not to-
tonight. We normally have pizza. We do a
Yeah.
big pizza thing on Thursday nights, and I'm like, I don't know,
Friday
because
morning,
Mel and I have a competition this weekend.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that has actually competition has motivated me a lot
Yeah.
to eat better, and so I just feel great. I love CrossFit, so
I do too.
and that is how we met.
Yeah.
So
Yep. When people listen to this or watch the video, what kind of words of wisdom or inspiration can you give somebody who is really thinking about wanting to start their own business or wanting to change themselves and for the better, health wise or business wise? What advice would you give them?
the words that come to mind is like, give it your best shot.
Give it your best shot.
That is just motivating, inspirational. No, but like
Anybody can do it. It
and to
wasn't that
really-
hard, was it?
No, and just like I guess the fear of failure, I think, is what stops a lot of people, and so just to not let that stop me. And
Good.
I think to really think. For me, it's so much on treating people like my customers and stuff like how I would like to be treated.
Yeah.
And so and I know my husband has the same mindset, in everything he does. And I think, just to really.
I have no doubt he'll
Have that
be
in mind.
successful in that. Because I've had a sneak peek at what he does.
Yeah,
And
it's
it is awesome.
and that's skills that's another thing that came from Amish background is and his it's
Yeah.
a long line of woodworkers
In his
skilled-
family.
yeah, skilled. It's a skilled trade that is really
Perfectionist. With it.
they take pride in doing good work and putting in effort that they would like. I don't know.
Themselves.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Okay, if your flip-flops were magic slippers,
I haven't heard
and
that
you could go anywhere you'd want to go, I ask this question to everybody. Where would you go and why?
Oh my.
Like a vacation spot.
Oh,
Where would you want to
Bora
go?
Bora or
Oh, that's a good
Bahamas. Yeah, somewhere where the beach is and there's,
Just
where I can wear my flip flops.
yeah.
No, but yeah, the beach, island, blue water. I want to
Mhm.
go somewhere with like icy blue water or something.
Yeah, beautiful water and
Yeah.
pretty sand and
Yeah.
not too crowded.
Yes. Privacy.
Well, if
Yeah,
someone wanted to get a hold of you in terms of, or wanted to see your jewelry, what is the website?
Malentribe.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll make sure that I have a link to her store at within, at the bottom of this video in the description. And we'll also, as soon as Roy gets his stuff going, I'll make sure that that link is in there too. And if you follow us, we'll be talking about it. I'll definitely be boosting that
You
because
guys-
that'll be it's really cool, the stuff he does. You guys will like it. So
You guys have been a great encouragement.
thank
You're
you,
the
thank you.
best.
I swear I didn't pay her to say that. All right,
Nope.
well, I think that'll do it. I think you'll hopefully can inspire some other people, and I'm sure there's probably a lot of people that didn't know what your background was, but
Yeah, maybe not.
but now they do, and I think it's important for people to understand. So I think this was good. I think it was really good. And I
Thanks for
can't wait to
asking me
see
to
you
come
guys.
on here.
I can't wait to see you grow.
Well, you
in business. It'll be
It's
a
great
lot
to
of
have people
fun.
like you in our lives, and thanks for asking me to do this.
Not
It's
a
an honor.
problem. Not a problem. And as we always say, live a life that you do not need a vacation from. So we'll see you next in episode 5. Bye.